My name is Carrie Pallas, and I'm here to talk to you about online education. According to the U.S. Department of Education, more than 70% of today's college kids are not kids at all, but students over the age of 24. Non-traditional and older students have long turned to online learning to solve access issues and to juggle their work and career. This is an interesting statistic, but if you look at all of us here in this classroom, you may see that this is not surprising at all. However, there are people out there who feel that getting an education online is not a true education. I'm sure you've all heard that before. And that if a person wants to get respect, they should attend a college that is considered a brick and mortar school. We're actually sitting in one, and we're all part of an online school, so therefore, I guess it is part of a real school. When a person learns something, it really doesn't matter where they've learned it. It could be from a book, a website, a teacher in a traditional classroom, or even an online school, and the teacher in the online school, or one of the students in the online school. One aspect of online education that is a plus is that it can easily bridge the gap between a person who lives in a rural area, such as northern Maine. For example, we're sitting here in a classroom in southern New Hampshire and probably don't find it that difficult to get to where we need to be. But what happens when the person lives in rural Maine and can't get out to a large campus, especially as the weather turns rougher during the year? It also may be a logistics issue to get into the type of traditional school classroom. In one of my classes, there was a young man who was wheelchair bound and lived in Appalachia, who otherwise wouldn't be privy to the college education. His story actually was pretty inspiring and pushed us all in the class to do a better job. It brings me also to an important part of online education, all the different types of students, who can attend an online school. It could be a member of the military, finishing classes while they are protecting our world. It could be a young parent just starting out in life, doing their studying while their kids are asleep. And it can also be the person in the corporate world who realize that there could be additional opportunities if they just had that college degree under their belt. Timing is also an important part of the online experience. Many times the big draw to online classes is the student's ability to work at their own pace throughout the course. With weekly assignments, imagine being able to sit at the beach and complete your assignments. Or imagine being able to sit at your cousin's graduation and look through what the additional text that the kids in the class had to say. Being able to wake up first thing in the morning on Saturday, which generally isn't the day that classes go for traditional schools. Being able to take a test, go out and mow the lawn, and then come back in and finish the conclusion of the test. That seems pretty outrageous, but it is possible with an online education. That, in my opinion, is the true future of education. Granted, there are several degrees in this world that you would not want to attend an online school to receive, such as being a medical doctor or a dentist. But overall, the same degree at a brick and mortar school many times encompasses the same classes and schoolwork as the degree attained through the online version of classes. The price for the degrees attained in the online version are usually pretty comparable to the classes attended in a traditional school, and usually the school books are used interchangeably. The one downside to online colleges that I can envision is that occasionally there seems to be a disconnect, meaning you don't get to hang out with the other kids, you don't get to walk down the hallway after class and talk about the different things that you're going to be doing. But the online students are not physically seen, they still do exist, and it's still important to keep up with the classwork. There are ways around that, such as posting in an online lounge or even communication through Facebook or other media sources. Also, it is thought that the temptation to cheat would be great if not overseen by a true classroom teacher. However, from what I have seen of the students in my virtual classrooms, the type of students attending would probably not risk being thrown out due to cheating and would ask to retake a test if they did poorly on it, or even be graded on a curve rather than lower themselves by cheating. Eventually, I feel that there probably will be virtual classrooms where the students and the teacher will be viewed at pretty much the exact real time, or even when we'll take part of our discussions for others to view at their own leisure. As technology progresses, it is clear to see why online schooling really is the way to go to get a top of the line education. Thank you.